number 11, Jacinda Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister and asks, does he stand by all his statements after almost 7 years as Prime Minister?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes, especially the statement I made that when Jacinda Ardern becomes the leader, the cool thing is I will have faced more Labor leaders than Australian Prime Ministers.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jacinda Ardern.
Supplementary to the Prime Minister. Does he stand by his statement that, quote, a small majority of New Zealanders will say that they will change the flag, end quote, when the latest poll shows that after seeing his options, almost 70% have rejected change?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes. And what's rapidly emerging after 7 years of being Prime Minister is not only do I have to run the policies that the government has, I now have to try and implement the policies that the opposition have as well.
Supplementary.
Order.
Supplementary.
Order. Supplementary question, Jacinda Ardern.
Supplementary. Is his claim that the polls aren't granular enough the reason he has started his own poll by asking every audience at every speech he gives if they want the flag to change, including at a cancer fundraiser? If so, is this granular, scientific, or most importantly, is it appropriate?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Order. The answer wasn't heard because the Prime.
Mr. Speaker, all of the above.
Supplementary question, Jacinda Ardern.
Supplementary. Are the rumours true that his Chief of Staff is trying to get him to stop doing straw polls on the flag in every single speech because his audiences are angry at having to waste their time on his pet project?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, far from that being correct, I think record numbers of people are turning up.
Supplementary.
Order. Both front benches again are interjecting and carrying on a conversation. If they wish to do so, invite them to go out to the lobbies. Jacinda Ardern.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jacinda Ardern.
When he claimed on Radio New Zealand that, quote, I haven't had an audience yet where more than 50% wanted to keep the flag, end quote, was that a reference to a straw poll of his National Caucus?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister, as far as his ministerial responsibility.
Mr. Speaker, no, but I tell you what I haven't done, Mr. Speaker, and that is come to Parliament and claim I'm opposed to changing the flag, but go down onto the forecourt waving red peak. Mr. Speaker, this is an opposition that have a policy that they want to change the flag. Now, all of a sudden, they don't want to do it. The only single question is, how long will it be before they change the leader?
Supplementary question, Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, to the Prime Minister, has he made any statements about the helpfulness or otherwise of the coordinated approach to question time from the Labor and Green parties today?
Order. No, there is no ministerial responsibility.
Come on.
Question number 12, Stuart Smith.
Thank you, Mr.